Good evening, everyone. We do still have some people joining us, but I wanted to welcome all of you on behalf of the National Spiritualist Association of Churches, the Licentiate Ministers and Certified Medium Society for a holiday winter solstice candlelight service. Again, we still do have a few more people that are joining us, so I want to give them that opportunity to join us. My name is Carol Caesar, and I'm a member of the LM and CM Society. So Merry Christmas and Namaste. As most of you know, spiritualism honors Jesus as our brother, our way shower. He taught us to love. He was a wonderful medium who taught us to heal and told us that we could do likewise and greater. And that is exactly what we're going to do tonight to celebrate this beautiful season of light, this beautiful winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, the longest night. We are going to just brighten it up with all of our lights together. So I also want to introduce to you my co-chair. Working behind the scenes as our administrator is Ellen Sclaver, and she's waving at you from the North Pole there. And she's the one who is bringing up all the beautiful visuals and the music and everything. So big kudos to Ellen for doing all of that. Let me just see if there's anything else I want to tell you. Oh, since there's a lot of us in this meeting, you might want to switch to speaker view. And the way that you do that is in the upper right corner, you're going to see something that says view. And if you click on that, it'll give you a couple of options. And one of them will be speaker view. And there's various sundry things. At some point, though, I will ask you to switch to gallery view. So if you just are aware of where that button is, that will be great. So to begin our healing service, we have a very special guest to bring us a beautiful piece of music. I want to present Pamela Bowen, who is a harpist from Half Moon Bay, California. Pamela has been playing and composing for the harp in the San Francisco Bay Area since 1997. She has worked as a hospital musician at Stanford Hospital in Palo Alto, California for the last 15 years. And Pamela is also a student of mediumship and psychic development. So Pamela will be playing for us What Child Is This? And then we'll all pray together the healing prayer. So let me present Pamela Bowen. If you'll all join with me in praying together the prayer for spiritual healing. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. Amen. So I want to also introduce you to our distant healers that are serving this evening. They are all commissioned healers. The Reverend Pamela Bollinger, the Reverend Patricia Horn, and Sue Owen are all going to be working as distant healers. So if you're used to being in our church service where you sit in a healing chair and you have a laying on of hands healing, this is exactly the same. The only difference is that it's distant healing. So during this time of our healing service, if you're in need of healing, just visualize that you are in their chair. And if there's someone you know who is in need of healing, just visualize that they are there receiving healers from our distant healers. And I also want to invite, I know we have a lot of student healers here this evening. I want to invite all of you to please feel free to participate and be a student healer this evening for us for our service. There's so many people in need of healing, and just the whole globe. Let's send healing to the earth and all the peoples and creatures on land and sea. And also, I do want to mention that the chat is open for you to put healing names in. So if there's someone you know and your family or friends that is in need of healing, just put their first name, and that is just going confidentially to the host. So that we're going to keep that open the entire service. So if you think of somebody later on, just put healing and you can put their name afterwards, and we'll know that that's for our healers to send prayers and healing to. Any luck on the 405 getting here?
I just sent her another link. She was getting some error codes, so we'll see.
Okay, great. Well, patience is a virtue. And that wonderful voice that you're hearing, I might as well tell you, is our meditation leader for the healing service, James Bay. And many of you know who he is, but if you don't, I will just tell you that he is the chair of the pastoral committee and board member at Celebrate Life Spiritualist Church in San Francisco. He's currently working towards becoming an NSAC licentiate minister and national spiritualist teacher. And he is a medium and a healer who's been aware of spirit since childhood. So he will actually be leading us in our healing meditation this evening. For our healing service, before we begin the meditation, we're all going to light our candles. So this is the opportunity when we'll want to switch to gallery view. So if you can get your candle ready, wherever that is, and we want to all invite the light into our service. So this is just a symbol of that. And so you might want to dim your light. Here, I'll let everyone take a minute, dim your light. Okay, I'm dimmed. Let's see here. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is I'll turn our lights on, or if you have a real candle, light your candle. I think it works best if you put it right in front of your body, maybe like under your chin a little bit. And now I'm going to invite us all to switch to gallery view so we can all see each other's light. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. You might have to flick through several pages to see everyone. I'm going to go to my page 4. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. So in this beautiful light, let's remain in gallery view and let me present to you, James Bay, who's going to lead us in our healing meditation. James?
Okay, can everyone hear me okay? Yes? I'm going to have a music on, and with my voice, let me go ahead and get that ready. So I'm going to share a sound. So you should be hearing some sound coming through, correct? Good. So for this short meditation, we're going to keep it simple, and we're going to focus on just 3 things. 1, we're going to physically remember to put a smile on our face. Not in our mind, use your muscle on your face. Do that now. 2, we're going to focus on 4 words: harmony, peace, joy, and love. And 3, most importantly, we're going to focus on our breath. Really important to do that. So we're going to start by closing our eyes, making sure your candles are safely put somewhere not catching fire, not near your hair or curtain. So when you're ready to do so, make yourself comfortable, maybe perhaps holding your candle in your hand. Let's just begin slowly taking notice or being mindful of your body from head to toe and your surroundings. Just relax with whatever is around you. Your back straight up if you can, hands on your side or comfortably on your lap. Now, let us bring our focus to that beautiful breath. That's right. How often do we stop and think about our breath? Or how often do we give gratitude to this wonderful breath that's keeping us alive and healthy? Now, you're going to follow with me in breathing exercise for a minute. We're going to take in a deep breath in through our nose on a count of 4. And at the top, we're going to hold for the count of 2. And we're going to exhale through our mouth on a count of 6. That's right, all the way out. You ready to do so? Follow with me. Let's take in a deep breath in through our nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. That's good. Let's begin again. Taking a deep breath in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. See how simple that was? Let's go ahead and spend about a minute and really focus on the way we breathe this beautiful air in through our nose and exhaling all the way out. Let's start doing that one more time and a few more times. Making sure to focus on your breath. One more time, taking another deep breath in. Now once again, being mindful of our breath. bringing to normal rhythm of breath at this time. Keeping your focus, keeping it clear. Now this breath that we took will relax your vagus nerve, which is your healing nerve that carries all the signals from your brain to every organ in your body. Without this vagus nerve relaxed, the healing signal will not get there. So every day, do this exercise for a few minutes. Today, we're going to move on with focusing on words, on the words that we said earlier. Making sure you have a smile on your face. In your mind, let's float those words above your head. Harmony, peace, joy, and love. Just let those words just dance around, hover around on top of your head. Beautiful. Let it just float gently above your head. Now, we also have a physical heart. We know that. But we also have a spiritual and emotional heart that responds to our thinking and our emotion. Some days we work out at the gym, go out and run and jog to keep our hearts healthy. What about our emotional and spiritual heart? Let's give them a workout too, shall we? Now, keeping our smile on our face, let's bring those words into our emotional and spiritual heart. Imagine you're in a hollow cave and hearing these words one by one with an echo. Or you're saying it to your heart now. Bring the words down from above your head, one at a time. Harmony. Let it echo throughout your heart, physical, emotional, and spiritual heart. And next words, after harmony, joy. Let it echo throughout your heart. Peace. And love. Wasn't that beautiful? Your heart is loving it too. Let's keep reminding ourselves how precious our body is. Our whole physical and part spiritual and emotional heart. Your body is now shining bright, feeling relaxed, and glistening with pride and joy as I see all of you. As you are aware of your breath, you are aware of your sensation, aware of beautiful words. You are healing. Awareness is healing. Awareness is spirit. Being aware is bringing you into higher consciousness. Now, being aware of your breath one more time and slowly becoming aware of your surroundings once again. Now, feel the sensation of your body and your mind once again with a big smile on your face and those words we repeated. Harmony, peace, joy, and love. And when you're ready to do so, ever so gently, bring yourself back into the room where we started off, holding your candles. Hopefully they're still lit. Beautiful. When you're ready, you may slowly open your eyes and feel your arms, your neck. That's right. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes the healing portion of our service, and we're going to move in the devotional part of our service. And to begin our devotional service, we have a special guest musician, another special guest musician, and many of you know her as the pastor of the Crumbaugh Spiritualist Church in Illinois. That's the Reverend Nancy Rial, but she is here today as part of a duo of Gary and Nancy. Many of you may know that they met at a spiritualist church in 1975, and they immediately found they had two things in common: spiritualism and music. And they have been playing music together ever since, and are frequently joined by their daughter and two sons who help them weave a beautiful web of harmony. So let me present Gary and Nancy Rial, and they will be performing the Christmas Wish.
I don't know if you believe in Christmas, or if you have presents underneath the Christmas tree. But if you believe in love, that will be more than enough for you to come and celebrate with me. For I have seen the precious gift that love brings, even though I've never seen a Christmas star. I know there is a light, I have felt it burn inside, and I have seen it shining from afar. Christmas is a time to come together. It's a time to put all differences aside. And I reach out my hand to the family of man to share the joy I feel at Christmas time. And for the truth that binds us all together, I would like to say a simple prayer, that at this special time you would have true peace of mind and joy to last throughout the coming year. And if you believe in love, that will be more than enough for peace to last throughout the coming
pray, friends. Infinite intelligence, we are so grateful to be together this evening to brighten this very long winter's night, this night of winter solstice upon us. Let us feel your presence in each waking moment. Let us feel that light that represents the love and the harmony and the joy and the peace that you bring into our lives. We are so very thankful for the brotherhood and sisterhood of mankind and womankind. Let us feel our connection with one another and know that we are all one. We are so very thankful for all our many blessings in this season of light. Let us realize that not only are we the seekers of the light, but we are the keepers of the light. And let us shine that light everywhere we go. In the name of truth, we give thanks. Amen. So now we do have another special guest musician. Her name is Laura Joy, and she has been singing for spiritualist churches for many years. In fact, she lived in the United Kingdom for 20 years and attended Arthur Findlay College, and it was Gordon Higginson, whose church she attended, who first invited her to sing at a Sunday service. So may I present Laura Joy, and she has put together a beautiful presentation of winter images while she sings the song Silence of Night.
Cold are the people, winter of life. We tremble in shadows this cold endless night. Frozen in the snow lie roses sleeping, flowers that will echo the sunrise. Fire of hope is our only warmth. Weary its flame will be dying soon. Voice in the distance, call in the night. On wind you enfold us, you speak of the light. Gentle on the ear, you whisper softly rumors of a dawn so embracing. Breathless love awaits darkened souls. Soon will we know of the morning. Spirit among us, shine like the star, your light that guides shepherds and kings from afar. Shimmer in the sky, so empty, lonely, rising in the warmth of your son's love. Star unknowing of night and day. Spirit, we wait for your loving son.
That was beautiful. I'm going to ask Ellen now to please put on the screen our Declaration of Principles. And once they're up, then we will recite them together. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continues after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. This evening, I'm very excited to introduce that we actually have two speakers that I'm excited to introduce to you this evening. Our first speaker will be Charvon Carlson, who currently serves and is Vice President of the Board at the First Spiritualist Church of West Dallas. She's an NSAC spiritualist teacher, certified medium, and commissioned healer. She's also president of the Licentiate Minister and Certified Medium Society, and she teaches various classes on the history of spiritualism, healing, and mediumship. Our second speaker will be the Reverend Pamela Bollinger, who's also a national spiritualist teacher, and she is the pastor of the Spiritualist Church of the Comforter in Santa Barbara, California. And she is an ordained minister and a certified medium and a commissioned spiritualist healer. She is also the director of the NSAC Department of Missionaries. So I want us all to make them feel very welcome with singing together our next hymn, which is This Little Light of Mine. And so in order so that we don't have actual cacophony, we're all going to stay muted. But I do want you to be able to sing, and I want you to sing your hearts out because, see, it's a no judgment zone. So anyway, so we're going to sing This Little Light of Mine together. And I want to thank Steve Estes for being our piano player. Let me bring up the music for us. And okay, great. So let's sing our hearts out, This Little Light of Mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. building a more world. I'm gonna let it shine, building a more world. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay. Thank you all for singing along at home. You'll have another opportunity to do that. And may I now present to you this evening Charvon Carlson and Reverend Pamela Bollinger.
Hi, I'm Charvon Carlson, and I will start our speaker collaboration. So when I started thinking about what I wanted to speak about today, what kept playing in my head over and over again was lift every voice and sing. And I knocked over my pens. Maybe we needed a little humor there. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings. Sing with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies, till it resounds, till earth and heaven is one. As we enter the season of light, we talk about the light. As spiritualists, we know that the divine spark resides in each and every one of us. But with the spark that resides in each and every one of us, it is up to us as individuals and as collectively to grow those sparks into flames. And how do we grow our spark, the little tiny light that we're each born with, into a more bigger flame that kind of warms up into our heart center, and then expand it and allow it to continue to grow until it is flowing out of us, and everyone who comes in contact with us feels our warmth, and maybe enough warmth so that we can get their little sparks going as well. Lift every voice. You see, the one thing that we each have outside of the spark that we are born with is our voice. And in that voice is our power. In that voice is our truth. In that voice is our expression. How we interact and express and share and commune with others here on the earth plane. Because remember, as spiritualists, we know we are spirit first, having a human experience. But to make the most out of our human experience, we need to get that spark to grow into a flame. And to get that spark to come into a flame, we need to use our voice and tap into our passion, tap into our joy, tap into our self-expression. And the more we do that, we are able to help others who might be a little lost, whose spark is just still a little spark. Maybe they got it to a flame, but it's not as big or bright as they would like yet. They get to see those of us who are working, who are devoted, who are committed to our spark being a flame, being a fire. And they become devoted, committed to doing the same for themselves. And I would be remiss to not also point out that in this season of light, what makes all of the lights that we see in the display of lights that is shown everywhere we go, and we get all that warm, tingling, loving feeling especially those of us living in cold climates. What gets us so excited is a display of multiple lights. It is not one flame. It is not just the one fire. It is not even the one little twinkle. It is the vast array of the diverse flames and sparks twinkling and glowing in their own individual beauty of expression together in community of life. And as spiritualists, we know this. We get to know this about life. And in this season of light, we are reminded that our light and her light and his light and their light are necessary to continue for us to celebrate, to commune, and to be in harmony with. I want to remind you to be the divine spark, to grow your divine spark, because that is our purpose and our journey here. And the season of light of seeing all of the beautiful, twinkling, diverse, unique, with various strength of brightness is what we celebrate. And we aren't the only ones that celebrates the lights and in all of its different forms and varieties. Remember, this is the season of Hanukkah, where we light the candle and we use one candle to light all. The season of Kwanzaa, Christianity, Christmas. The Diwali Indian is the celebration of light. And part of making that light shine and grow is to lift your voice and sing your truth till earth and heaven is one. Before I pass the pen, I want to conclude by saying, be good, be kind, make good choices, and let your divine light shine.
Thank you. Thank you, Charvon. Thank you for your inspiration, your joy as always. And I'm so grateful to be here to share this joyful celebration of the winter solstice and the holiday season. And gratitude also to Carol, Ellen, the Licentiate Ministers and Certified Medium Society for putting this all together. For all of you who are gathered here, those in both the seen and unseen realms, for shining the light of your spirit and the light of spiritualism. We welcome the season of winter as we experience this longest night and shortest day of the year. And moving out of the darkness of winter, we'll be going towards more light. The seasons are a beautiful expression of divine spirit. Our second spiritualist principle says, we believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. This means that all of nature expresses God. As our beloved Reverend Marilyn Autry says in The River of Life, How to Live in the Flow, regarding the law of cycles, nature displays cycles by the seasons of the year, continuing as spring, summer, fall, and winter. They never change in their placement, for they operate in a cycle. And we are grateful for the order and the comfort of nature's laws. The winter solstice, as we welcome it, will be the fourth season for all of us who've been experiencing staying at home during this pandemic. We've gone through all the seasons, the March spring equinox, June summer solstice, the September autumnal equinox. And as we enter the winter, nature is also bringing us a very rare celestial phenomena, the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, which we've been hearing about, where the two planets are going to appear as a double planet, being called by some the Christmas star. And the two planets periodically align closely to one another about every 20 years. But this year is particularly rare because of the very closest appearance of the planets in 800 years. The last one, the last conjunction that was so close as this one will appear, was in March of 1226. So perhaps this phenomenon of nature is a sign expressing the energy of coming together in the unifying spirit of our season. I hope so. Many things in our lives have come to light and into our awareness during the darkness of this pandemic and the effects that we've had on our lives, but they've brought attention. Even in the difficulties, we know as spiritualists, we understand that these are also opportunities for us to grow and learn. And the truth of many inequalities has been illuminated on every facet of our lives. Yet we're all spirits of the human family in this experience. We share in the grief, the losses of those who have suffered the impact, those who have made their transitions to spirit, and we share in the compassion for the very courageous battles of our frontline and essential workers, and those who are volunteering and doing their best to make things better for everyone. We've all shared in the experience of being isolated, unable to connect physically in our usual ways, but we've had some opportunities and blessings that technology has offered us. And even in the distancing from one another, we've become aware of how very close we are. We are all connected to the oneness. In times of reflection, such as staying at home, we can shine our lights on the shadows that have been with us, but maybe we didn't see before. And this is the opportunity to become aware of them. There are many ways that we can connect with spirit, and being out in nature is one of the most healing. I love the connection I feel with spirit when I take a walk. And this past Tuesday, I felt so blessed to take my usual walk, which is a loop from a place where I park my car. It's in front of a park, a grassy park area, and it takes me through a campground next to the ocean. And so I go in a big oval shape. So after I parked my car in the street, I went onto the pathway, and I noticed that when I started walking, the sun was directly in front of me, just above me. And as I'm facing the sun, I'm thinking about our sunflower emblem and our spiritualist motto that says, as the sunflower turns its face toward the light of the sun, so spiritualism turns the face of humanity to the light of truth. The sun was really bright and the sky was clear and it was all glistening on the ocean. And so I continued to walk on the path, and the path took a little bit of a turn. And so as I walked a little to the left, I noticed my shadow appeared to my left, the shadow I hadn't even seen before because it was behind me. And I continued around the loop, going in now the completely opposite direction from where I started. And now the sun was behind me, so my shadow was directly in front of me. I could face it and see it fully there in front of me. And then I made a left turn again, going back towards my car. And this time my shadow was on the right side of me, walking right beside me. And as I came full circle, I just reflected on how beautifully nature helps us understand the shadows in our lives, how our individual lights can shine on the shadows of our human experience, and that the divine spark in all manifestations of infinite intelligence, both physical and spiritual, are the light of love, the light of healing, and celebrating the divine in all. And I thought about how the outer light and the inner light can give us some balance, how we can choose with our free will to see the shadows, to see truth, and we can shine our inner light to lead us towards truth. Our spiritualist principles give us guidance, understanding, and they light the way to help us live our lives as we apply our principles in our daily lives. The choices we make can be illuminated when we have more knowledge, more understanding, and we can light up the shadows and hidden places within ourselves that are calling us to be noticed and acknowledged. We can willingly look and listen to what the shadows inside of us want us to learn and understand, whether they're personal, social, or global. And we can look deep into that inner divine light to illuminate those places that help us achieve a more harmonious life for ourselves and for others. By the laws of nature in this earthly life and in spirit, we continually move, act, change, and each of us has gifts to share. Because life itself has ever-changing conditions, we're always called to arise and harmonize with nature's laws for balance and order. The late Edith Wharton, who was a United States author who lived from 1862 to 1937, powerfully stated, there are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. So like the candle that lights the way in the darkness, we can each recognize and spread our inner light of infinite intelligence, the divine within, as Charvan so beautifully has stated, all of us in our own way. We can live the golden rule to recognize the inner divine light in all beings. And like a mirror, we can reflect the light of the divine in all beings. So we can be a candle, we can be a mirror, and we can strive our light to shine as brightly as possible and celebrate the candle shining from others by being a mirror for their lights. So it's important also to remember we don't have to do all this alone. We have teachers, role models, mentors in our lives who are the candles that we can mirror in both the earth realm and in spirit. Recently, it was said this week, the light at the end of the long, dreadful tunnel gets a little brighter, announcing about the vaccines that are being distributed, along with we still have to be careful. But the darkness is brightened by the outpouring love, kindness, the courage, the comfort, and the healing from the healers and helpers and all who are doing their very best. As spiritualists, we're grateful for the wise teachings of natural law. And as we seek to connect with higher wisdom, we know that our spirit loved ones love and watch over us. Our science, philosophy, and religion help us to look to science, to look to the truth. And like our spiritualist pioneers who shone the light of truth, that life and love continue, dissolving fear of death. We are now the pioneers for the future. Each can be a candle, shining our lights as we move forward to learn, to grow, to lift others up, to serve, to bring love and healing, and to be a mirror of love, healing, and creativity that shine from others. And I'm thinking about this little light of mine that was so joyously sung by Carol this evening. I love how it expresses the beliefs of spiritualism. I'm going to let it shine. We have free will. We have choice with our thoughts, our words, our deeds. And everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. We have personal responsibility. And that says that our divine light goes with us wherever we go. And the last stanza that says, building up a world, I'm going to let it shine. Let us remember that we're serving to lift our brothers, our sisters, all of us doing our part for a better life for all, to make the world a better place. So as we celebrate and shine the lights of our spirits on the joy of this holiday season, on hope, peace, goodwill, harmony, and love, may we shine a light on the bridge of oneness where all our brothers and sisters, where all manifestations of infinite intelligence can come together with our individuality, but with harmony, tolerance, cooperation, balance, with love, and with healing. The virtual background behind me shows just a little small portion of the stained glass window in our church, the Spiritualist Church of the Comforter in Santa Barbara. It was created by Lois Carlyle, who now is in spirit. And I'd like to close with a quote from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, Swiss-American psychiatrist and pioneer in near-death studies, author of On Death and Dying and the Stages of Grief. And she said, "People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle when the sun is out. But when the darkness sets in, their true beauty is revealed only if there is light from within. So shine your light, shine your love, and shine your beautiful spirit." Thank you.
That was beautiful. Now we come to the portion of our service where if we were all in one building, we would pass the offering basket. But in our virtual reality, we are asking that you donate through our website, the NSAC website. So Ellen is going to put that link in the chat box. And if you just click on it, it will take you to the NSAC website and you can donate there. And if you would like to donate specifically to the LM and CM Society, just check the other box and then write in LM and CM Society, or donate to any other part of NSAC that you feel drawn to. So we're going to bring our wonderful harpist, Pamela Bowen, back. And to give you plenty of an opportunity to donate, we're going to encourage you to go to the chat now. And we're going to bring Pamela back, and she's going to be playing In the Bleak Midwinter. So may I present Pamela Bowen. Infinite Intelligence, we ask a blessing for all those who are able to give today. And we ask those who are unable to give that they may prosper. We ask that these gifts be used to uplift all of humanity, to spread the word of continuous life, the word of spiritualism, and the message of light. Amen. Now we come to one of the most sacred parts of our service, and that is the message portion of our service. This evening, we are very privileged to have two mediums that will be working to bring our loved ones through. We have first the Reverend Stacy Kopczynski, who is an NSAC ordained minister, certified medium, commissioned healer, and national spiritualist teacher. Stacy is also a member of the Lilydale Assembly and the International Spiritualist Federation. And she has actually served many spiritualist churches and camps throughout the country, and serves the church in West Allis. Our second message bearer will be the Reverend Sharon Watson, who is an ordained minister through the National Spiritualist Association of Churches and is a certified medium, commissioned spiritualist healer, national spiritualist teacher, and missionary. She is the president of the National Spiritualist Teachers Club, and she serves on the Board of Trustees as Secretary-Treasurer for the Ministerial Association, the Healers League, and Licentious Ministers and Certified Medium Society. She is also a member of the Morris Pratt Institute and serves on the Education and Membership Committee, and she is an examiner for the MPI Correspondence Course and many other things. So before we begin the message portion of our service, this is our opportunity to ring our bells and call in spirit. So I'm going to encourage you all to find your bell wherever it is, on your desk or wherever you are. We're going to play Carol of the Bells, and we're going to have the music and the words up on the screen. So we're all going to stay muted till the end so we don't have cacophony, but at the end we'll unmute everyone and we'll all ring our bells. So I encourage you all to sing along at home. The words will be up on the screen. And just ring in the presence of your spirit loved ones, ring in harmony, ring in joy, bring in the light of the season with your bells.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong ding dong, that is their song with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they come, praising the sun, or in a dale, telling the tale. In their ring, while people sing songs of good cheer, Christmas is here. Merry, merry, merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. On they send, on without him, their joyful tone to every home. Hark all the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong ding dong, that is their song with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they come, praising the sun, or in the day, telling their tales. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, merry, merry Christmas. Merry, merry, merry Christmas.
Okay, give me just one moment. We're going to unmute everyone. You should all be able to unmute yourselves. Let's put ourselves on gallery view. Gallery view, and let's ring in.
Well, so I'll be home before and after that.
All done very well. Oh my goodness. So now I guess we all have to mute ourselves again so that our medium's concentration won't be broken. So I'll invite you all to mute yourself, please. This is when I want everyone to get their little piece of paper that I asked you to bring. And if you have a marker pen or pen, now we're going to take just a moment to this. Everyone write one word that describes what this season means to you. Love, light, whatever it is. We're going to take just a minute. Everyone get your pen out. Write your word. I'll write my word. Okay. And now, let's all switch to gallery view. Let's all switch to gallery view. And let's hold our word up so that everyone can see. In fact, you can put it right up by your camera. Probably best right in front of your body. Oh, I love all our messages. And if you have time, scroll through and see everybody's note. Might take you a minute. Give everybody a minute to look. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So hold your note up. Excellent. And guess what? This is your Christmas wish come true. So thank you everyone for sharing your message. I could just, if I read them all, we'd be here a very long time. So I just take it all in. Take it all in. And we're actually going to bring our service to a close in just a minute now or two. But we're not done yet. So after our service, I invite you to stay after for a few minutes of virtual fellowship, and then we'll open up the chat. People can chat and talk. We're going to conclude our service with another guest musician. Jerry Caesar happens to be my husband of 26 years, and he is going to be playing guitar and singing the John Lennon song, Happy Christmas. And then we'll conclude with our benediction with our speakers, Siobhan Carlson and Pamela Bollinger. So let me now present Jerry Caesar on guitar and vocals.
And well done over, and a new one just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The near and the dear ones, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. And so this is Christmas, for weak and for strong, the rich and the poor ones. The road is so long. So happy Christmas for black and for white, the yellow and red ones,
Let's stop all the fights. Very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. I want to thank you. My name is Jerry Caesar for letting me be a part of this service tonight. I want to thank my backup singer, Carol. And I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone.
Infinite Spirit, we're grateful for the moments that we have shared together and celebrated together with those in both the seen and unseen realms. We ask for blessings as we move forward out of the darkness of winter into greater light and the dawning of the new year. May we see through the eyes of love and act from our hearts with love. May we warm the lives of others with our inner glow, and may we shine our hidden light on those dimmed by struggle.
May we light our lives and those of others by the divine spark from within. And with that light, may we see the blessings as they come our way. Amen.
Wonderful job. I just want to thank Ellen and Carol for putting it all together and the team. There's a big team there. Janice, Sharon, Pam, Pamela, all of our singers, Nancy, Gary. It was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you.
Everyone should be able to unmute themselves now. And the chat is fully open if you want to send something to everyone or to somebody else. The chat is fully open.
That was so amazing. You guys all did such a beautiful, all the warm fuzzies.
That
Group
whole
hug,
thing
group hug.
feels wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to
It's been a
just
wonderful service. Thank
God
you so
bless you
much.
all.
Thank you all.
Hi,
A
Ron.
pleasure being here with so many great people. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Same to
Merry
you, sir.
Christmas.
Merry
God
Christmas,
bless you all.
everyone. It was so nice seeing everybody and
Okay.
beautiful.
Bye-bye for
Well
now.
done. Carol, Sharon.
Bye.
Be well, everyone. Thank you, and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Great service. A shout out to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
I don't see Pamela because she's probably on page 2, but thank you, Pamela, both Pamelas, Pamela Bow and Pamela Bollinger,
Thank you.
Yeah.
and
Thank you,
Sharon, everyone.
Stacy, Sharon, everybody contributed to make a wonderful and beautiful service.
Beautiful.
It's lift my spirits.
Yes, it was very heartfelt.
And go back and watch it on Facebook.
I know, right?
I definitely
I'm
think
excited
we
about
hit
it.
coast to coast. It would have been interesting to see all the different states that were here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to add a poll next year.
Yeah. That was very-
And Corey's in Oregon.
Yes.
Yeah, truth.
Hi.
Hi,
Yeah, you know, some of you look so familiar too. I mean, other than on the one with Celebrate Life, Carol, you look so familiar. I'm like, I know Carol from somewhere.
I'm going to get out to Oregon one of these days and we're going to start a spiritualist church there. You'll see.
I'm in Portland, Oregon. I'm waiting for that.
Yes.
There you go, Pema.
Yeah.
Already got our start. Yay.
I'm just kind of curious, Stacy, do you live in Lilydale?
No, I live in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
I go to
because
Lilydale quite often, but I don't.
okay, because maybe I saw you there because I haven't been for a couple of years, but I used to go there all the time.
I'm sure you have. I've been there about 10. I go every season. I think I'm on my 11th season.
Oh, really? Okay, so I probably just saw you there then. Okay.
Really quick, I want to ask a question. There's a Morris Pratt Institute in Milwaukee, isn't there? I feel like I looked it up once because I was like, oh, where's the closest one? New York's a little far.
from Oregon, but so
Yeah, the Morris Pratt offers a correspondence course that you can take from your house in Oregon. Call the office, and there's a girl that works there named Stacy, which is really just me. I would love to tell you all about it. I'll be in the office on Tuesday all day.
I always love your readings. Whenever you come to visit via the virtual Celebrate Life, I really enjoy it. Your readings that you do for everyone. There's always the humor from Spirit. It's like you really bring that across, and yeah, it makes me happy.
And that's an open invitation for any of you to call me at MPI, Morris Pratt. I'm there Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Give me a call.
Very nice.
Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Good job, Jerry.
Happy
Bye.
Solstice. I hope some of you can see the Christmas star tonight. Tomorrow.
It's a little cloudy over here. Snowing.
Yeah.
Totally rainy and cloudy here. But,
Bye.
yeah.
Well, good night, all. I saw somebody type into the chat, "Victory to the light," and what a beautiful statement.
Yes, yes.
Good night, all. Happy Solstice.
Good night.
Good night.
Love you, Pam.
Love you, Mom and Steve.
Pam.
Love you. Miss you. I miss you.
Good to see you, Steve.
Thank you. It's a beautiful service. You all did really well. It's well organized. I can't imagine. Did you pull this off without a rehearsal?
No.
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, totally. We just showed up and said, "Let's see what happens."
They said, "We don't need a rehearsal. We got this."
Lots of help. It was a beautiful service. Very, very warming. Thank you. Just what we needed.
Yeah. I'm
And
glad
I
everybody came.
don't know who just said they missed Pam, but I'm thinking
It's my mom and sister right up there in the.
Well, I'm the next time I see anybody, I'm gonna hug them and just like you're all in trouble if I find you. I'm gonna be hugging strangers. I just gotta.
Me too. I miss that so much.
Yeah, that's really hard. Yeah.
It is hard, especially when you're around little kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's legs. It's legs.
Good night, my friends. I love you all. Good night.
Good night,
Stacy. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night, James.
Good night.
Good night, James. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Good night.
Oh, that was a good one.
Good night, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you,
James.
everybody.
To all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Winter solstice.
Namaste.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Love you.
Namaste.
I'm gonna stay home.
Bye.
Taking our mics down until 8 o'clock.
Okay. See you soon.
Thank you.